welcome to Voice of Joy. I am Tiffany Almazan, and I am happy to be here with you all on another episode. This one is something near and dear to my heart. Well, they all are, right? Because it's my episodes. So, first up, the exciting the news is, look at my new do. Check it out. I love my new cut, and I don't know if you can see it. It's coming kind of windblown all day, but I got awesome layers back here. Love it. My creaky chair. And what haven't I done yet? And I don't know how many years it's been. Watch this. Look at that. I have these most awesome little peekaboo bangs, I'm calling them. Aren't they awesome? I love it. So now if I have my hair up, I can still see them, and yet when I don't need them, they can just kind of go right to the side. How cool is that? So that's my latest fun that I got to have yesterday. Sitting in the chair for another episode. And it's a little pinker this time too. Got some more pink and a little bit more of some lightness coming through, some of the blonde peeking through. So that's my excitement for the day. Hey Ellen, happy you're here. I am ready to share with you guys today on this episode of what am I doing next? I've been through an amazing adventure this summer regards my health. And for those of you who don't know, I am 6 months and plus into my journey of, at this point, it's no meat, no added sugar, no processed wheat white flour, so no breads, no pastries, none of that stuff. And even recently eliminated cheese, and with that went most of the crackers that I had found some really good healthy crackers. Those are kind of gone too. So one of the last things that was left was potato chips. My downfall. I've been the potato chip queen like my whole life. They're my most favorite thing. So check this out. These are them right here. Okay, now there are a lot of chips out there, you know, and there are cheaper chips and there are every kind of flavor and all that, but I'm telling you, there's nothing better than Lay's potato chips. And these, bonus, low salt. Yeah, right? Healthier for me, right? 50% less sodium. So this year I'm celebrating is, oh, thank you, Ellen. I just saw your comment. Thank you. I'm glad you like my new do. It's a lot of fun. This is my last bag of these chips. So I had to save it so that I could show you for posterity and just kind of a little ceremonial thing. It was kind of special when I went and bought this bag and I ate the chips. I was like, okay, this is it. You're saying goodbye to the chips. I mean, okay, you can do this, right? Last bag. They're empty now too. I made sure I cleaned out all the crumbs as well. So what am I really doing? I was thinking that, you know, really came down to what am I eating that's still not healthy? And it was the chips, right? It was the chips, but I've also just been feeling I haven't lost any weight recently, and it hasn't been a weight loss journey, right? I've said that from the beginning, but I'm just like, well, I've been eating a lot of food, and I'm like, so what am I doing different? So that the first, 3 months I lost tons of weight, the second 3 months, not as much. Well, of course, it was the cheese and crackers, and I wasn't as, and I was adding in the potato chips, right? Because I'm like, oh, well, they can still have them. They're not any of those things. So I got rid of all of those things. And then I was still kind of noticing that I wasn't feeling real energized. I was still feeling heavy, like I would eat, and it's still a good meal, and I'm still like weighed down afterward. And now I'm very sensitive to being weighed down. So I'm like, well, what's going on? So I thought, well, maybe I should just go straight, plant-based and just see how that goes. And I thought, well, shoot. I mean, it's really not much to eliminate because I've pretty much eliminated everything else. So I thought, well, I got to do something else. I need to do something more because I want to go to the next level of my health. How do I get there? So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a 30-day challenge to go raw. I'm going to eat raw. for 30 days. And some people call it raw vegan, and I don't know that is what it is. I've never considered it that. I don't know. I always thought it was raw plant-based. So I don't know really the correct term for it. But I will be eating all uncooked food. So it's gonna be nuts, seeds, there's even some beans that can come in there, but everything has to be sprouted. So the nuts are gonna be raw and sprouted to activate the enzyme in them, which is great because then you're eating food that's alive. And that's the whole point, is that you're eating it alive. So you have those enzymes in there, which is gonna digest your food, which is gonna save your body's own enzymes that are not gonna have to be put towards digestion. They can go off and do their magical work elsewhere in your body to maintain the rest of your systems and not be wasted on digestion. So I'm really excited about that. I have never done this before. I have done some raw things, and like, you know, there's some things you eat that are just raw, right? You fruits and veggies, you have a salad, majority of it's raw most of the time. Anyway, I made this really good orange spinach salad with this amazing homemade dressing that Kerwin just loved, and we had it for 2 nights in a row, and just bowl after bowl of it was just so good. That was raw. So that's what I'm gonna be doing more of. All the fruits and veggies that I wanna have, I can have, but the chips are gone. They're totally gone. And that's okay. So what I want to do this time is I want to share with everybody my journey. So in my group, Joy to Your Health, I am going to be posting, okay, and I'm not the most consistent about details on all these different types of things, but I want to be posting what I'm eating every day. Because, like I said, I've never gone 100% raw. I've had different meals that are raw. I've probably done maybe a 50-50 thing for a while, or maybe even a 70-30. But I've never been all raw. I did a juice feast for 67 days a few years ago, and that was all raw, of course, because it was just juices, but I never intended that to be a long-term thing, and I don't know, so I'm kind of excited about this, and I want to document it, and I want to share with you all how it goes, what I'm eating and how it's working, and see what happens after this. So just 30 days this time, so not 87 days. And it's not because I'm scared. I'm not scared. That's one thing I will tell you, that I'm not scared this time. So when I started my journey 6 months ago, I was really not sure that I could do it. Just like no meat and no added sugar and no flours. I was like, wow, what am I gonna eat? Can I do it? What if I get like really hungry? And I'm just like, I was worried that it was gonna be the most miserable time of my life, that I was gonna be determined to do it, but that it was really gonna suck, you know, that it was gonna be difficult. And I couldn't believe how it got easier, of course, the longer I went. Things usually do, right? But I just never expected it to be as simple as it was. And I went in with the mindset of having fun and making an adventure, and it was a challenge for me, and that kept it interesting and fun. But I really didn't think, I had no idea what was going to happen after that. And to think that I then did it another 87 days was like, hello. So it was fantastic. So with all of those decisions that I made day in and day out to choose me, it was huge, a huge lesson for me. I gained so much belief in myself and confidence in myself and ability to choose me in all kinds of different situations, that now I have this belief and confidence really in myself that I can do it. I can really kind of do anything that I want. And so next is going to be raw, and I'm not scared, and I know that there's plenty of food out there. And people say things are extreme. It's like, well, yeah, but you know what? My eating a carton of ice cream in one sitting was extreme, and that was so terrible for my body. But I did that. I never thought twice about it, right? I, eat as many bags of chips as you want. Of course, always looking for the family size, right? Because, the family size, this 9.5 ounces is smaller than what the small size, well, the big size, the family size, used to be like really huge. Used to be a way lot more ounces. And then the regular size was still over 10, 12 ounces. So now the family size is smaller than the regular size, which is bizarre. So you're paying for more and you're getting less, right? But still, I look for the family size, and it's only 9.5 ounces. But I'm like, eat as many as you want, because you can. So I never thought about that being extreme. I did it because I could and because they tasted good and I had no boundaries, I guess. And I wasn't really thinking about, I don't know, the future and what was going to happen eating that kind of stuff. I don't know, but now I feel a lot more empowered that when I'm out with friends, I can still make healthy choices for myself. Things are out there. You have to be willing to ask questions and you have to be willing to not eat what your friends are eating. You have to be okay with that. And you know, the more I communicated, you know, it's like, hey, you got to eat with me. It's gonna take me a minute to find something to eat. I'm gonna have to ask a lot of questions, you know, so just be forewarned. And then it was all cool, you know, people were totally fine and supportive of it. And it kind of became a joke, and everybody would laugh at me. It's like, oh yeah, not gonna go with you again. But I learned so much about myself, really, and how, you know, in the society out there, how we are marketed to and sold the food that we put in our bodies. And we eat on such a convenient basis, processed food galore, drive-through galore, and a lot of us know that that's not healthy for us, but when it's in front of you day in and day out, it really does take its toll on you. So this has been a huge reset for me. 6 months of saying no to everything, and I got tired of saying no. Sometimes I totally did. That was really difficult. My brain would just get tired of reading labels, and I'm just like, I just want to go home and make my own food and not have to worry about this. And yeah, so now I get to make even more food with this raw thing. So I'm very determined to say yes to myself, yes to my body, and if it means I can only have carrot sticks if I go to a restaurant with friends, I'm okay with that. Because that's me choosing what's best for me, for my health, and for my life, and for the quality of my life. And I've seen what it's done for me so far, and that's what I want. I'll tell you, a few years ago, I don't remember if it was like 5 years ago, maybe, somewhere around there. Kerwin would probably know better. But we did that juice feast for 67 days, and that was the most amazing experience of my life. We made our juice in the morning. It probably took us an hour, maybe hour and a half, everything with cleanup, but nothing more than that. And then we were done for the day. So then we had jars that we took everywhere with us, and we had more than we could eat, and we had all those different varieties, and there was all these recipes, and it was so tasty, and it just kind of became like clockwork after a while. You just kind of kept just drinking juice. And at some point you get past the cravings, and you get past the withdrawals and the detox, and you get to this place of being at a higher level of awareness and clarity, and feels like your energy is vibrating differently than the rest of the world around you. Just a very magical experience, and you're like, wow, what if I could live every day of my life like this? The energy, just never-ending energy. You just felt like you were creating your own energy. It was like you were drinking the juice, but it was like it wasn't this whole process, you know, digesting everything, and it just felt like you take a shot right in the arm when you drank a juice, and it was like in 10 minutes your lunch was done, and you just had energy flowing through your veins. It was fantastic, and I feel like ever since then I've been chasing that feeling and trying to get there again, and making really bad choices to try and get there. But that is what I read people will experience when they eat 100% raw. The key is 100%, not 95%, you know, 99%. 100% makes all the difference in the world to how you feel and that vibration of energy you get. So that's what I'm going for. That is my goal with this. And yes, I want to lose some extra weight along the way too, but I really want to have that energy. I want to have that own storehouse of my own energy, and you know, the garden that I'm making is really going along with it. If I can get it going, I'm gonna have some amazing veggies, and it's all kind of coming together. So Kerwin is doing the master cleanse right now, so it's only my meals I'm worried about. So it really kind of gives me this time to focus on shifting directions, doing my own thing, and not have to worry about things that he's going to want to eat as well. Now, after he's off the master cleanse, if he wants to join me in raw, I sure hope so. Fingers are crossed that he will, and I'm hoping that by that point I will have some good recipes nailed down and kind of a routine as to what I'm eating and all, so that it will be easy to then just double it and make enough for both of us. You know, to make cooked meals only for one is really difficult. I have like so much food right now, I can't even eat it all. So it's been really kind of interesting. He's been doing that for last week, you know, and so this last week, since I ended my second 87 days until, you know, today, I've just been kind of thinking about what I want to do next, what I want to get out of it, setting my goals, and kind of looking for some recipes, going shopping for food, and really celebrating myself for the last 6 months that I've been on, and just giving myself time to chill a bit and enjoy the moment before I get started on the next one. So tomorrow, and it was going to be today, but I still had so much food that I wanted to like finish up and get out of the house. So I cleaned out the pantry. All of the foods, whether Kerwin joins me or not, I don't know, so I kept some of the healthier items that would be more cooked type stuff. I saved those in a corner in the pantry, but I cleaned out everything else, and all the stuff you're gonna walk in and see is all fresh things, or, you know, nuts and seeds and all that kind of good stuff. I don't know what all is in there. Random powders and different things too. A tea and all that stuff, so I will keep you posted. And let's see, I know, Ellen, you said a couple things, trying to see if I can go back to your comments. So what do I snack on now? I take water with me everywhere I go, and I take Youth Factor powder packets in my purse, so if I'm feeling a big craving, I just dump that in my water right then, and that's really actually helped me because the flavor is so good, but there's no sugar in it, but it's got great fruits and veggies too. Gives you some energy. It's not a meal replacement, but it just really helps your body better absorb everything else. So I have that, which has been great. Before I go to Costco, I for sure got to drink one of those so I don't sample from everywhere, and then don't buy things I shouldn't. And just right now, what I did was I took sorry, Larkin has just come in. He's bugging me here with his toy. I took a handful of grapes and threw them in a Ziploc baggie with me, and I had some chickpea hummus I made for the first time today ever, and it was amazing. I had no idea chickpeas could taste so good. I didn't like hummus. I mean, it just kind of tasted grainy and powdery and never really good, so I was like, ugh. So I took that, which will still be good on my raw journey going forward. I need to find some chickpeas that are raw that I can sprout. So these were just canned organic chickpeas, so I'll have to change that going forward. And then I had some crackers, some seed crackers, and those were my snacks. This week I've lost 3 pounds. And it's due to the fact that I stopped eating when I wasn't hungry. That's been the secret for me, is because all this healthy stuff, I just like keep eating because I can, right? And it tastes so good. And so I'm consciously telling myself this week, are you really hungry? You're just doing it because it's there. I mean, like, I make a meal and Kerwin's not eating it, so there's enough for me for the whole day, or I could sit down and have 4 bowls of it. But I'm like, no. Are you hungry? You're like, nope, I'm not. So that's been really a struggle this week, is to get stuff eaten in the house. And also, my second thing I'm doing is I am stopping at 80% full. So only eating when I'm hungry and stopping at 80%, and drinking lots of water too, which has been really good. I'm impressed that I've lost 3 pounds just doing that. So yeah. Any recipe in particular, Ellen, you're looking for? I will be sharing everything that I'm eating going forward in my Joy to Your Health group, so that everybody can follow that, and I can include the recipes there on different things. I'm working on a bunch of stuff for my road trip that I'm going on Tuesday, so I'm going to be taking a lot of food with me. And I'll have all of those recipes I can share too. Just finished shopping. And can you get alfalfa sprouts in your town? Because they're not for sale here in Las Vegas. I had no idea that they would ever not be available. You just go to the grocery store, get alfalfa sprouts, right? Mung bean sprouts too, right? I finally found 1 bag of mung bean sprouts and no alfalfa sprouts anywhere. And I asked the guy, and he's kind of like, yeah, they're not anywhere. People keep coming and asking me. It's like they've been everywhere, to Whole Foods, to Trader Joe's, you know, Sprouts is where I was. All the different grocery stores, nobody's got alfalfa sprouts. So is this just a Vegas thing, or is something happened to the crops or something? I have no idea, but I thought that was just kind of weird. So my one recipe that I had on the list to make for my road trip, I can't make because it needs alfalfa sprouts. I do have seeds in the pantry though. Provided there's still good seeds and I haven't let them expire, I can make some alfalfa sprouts. It's just gonna take a few days, so we'll see how that goes. I've even got a jar for it and everything, so be kind of cool. Let's see, what else am I doing here? Clean out the pantry, eating only when I'm hungry, stopping at 80%. I think that's it right now. The salad I mentioned earlier. I'll have to think about that. When I remember what salad it was, I will definitely give you the recipe. And one key thing I will share with you that's been so important to me on this whole journey is that I do it with real foods. So it's been very critical to me that I don't use protein powders. And I did kind of find one that seemed like it was decent enough. It was a pea protein powder and it didn't have junk in it or added sugar and all that stuff, but it still tastes terrible. And I'm like, if I'm eating all my fruits and vegetables, I'm getting more than enough protein than I need. I'm getting the protein that's readily available for my body, all of the amino acids that I need to build it for myself, way better than what I'm gonna get in meat. So why would I need a protein powder? So, but no meal replacement drinks, no weight loss supplements, no weight loss pills, no diet program, no counting calories, no measuring yourself, no weekly meetings, no check-ins, none of the details that have always made it difficult for me to do, made it not fun. And I've not eliminated any fresh fruit or vegetable from my diet at all. So anything that's whole food, I will eat. And I know there's a lot of different diets where there's always restrictions on that or how much of it that you can have or anything. I'm like, heck no. I just want to be healthy, and it's gonna take time to transition my body out of all the toxins that I've built up. So I'll take it slow, but I'm not giving up any whole food. I'm gonna give up every In-N-Out and Arby's roast beef burger, hamburger, roast beef. What do you call them? Just roast beef burger? Wow, I'm already forgetting the words. How cool is that? But I'll give up all of that, but not any of the real food. So that's where I'm at with all of that. I didn't want to get on any specific kind of program. Different things that I had to buy and rules I had to follow and take this and drink this and add this and all that. So I haven't done any of that. And if I don't know, it just kind of proves that you can do it your way, because I've listened to everybody else for a long time. I have been tired and had more weight on me and just not at peak health for years. And everybody else knows how it works and how to do it. I just need to follow these programs that I couldn't seem to follow. And when I finally said, no, I'm gonna do what works for me. I'm gonna do what I wanna do. And I don't know what the results are gonna be, but I'm gonna do what I can do and what's gonna make sense for me and what'll be fun for me. And it's worked. It's been amazing. And now I have even more belief in myself from it. So I would say to you, go for it. Do what works for you. Stop listening to other people, because if knowledge were the answer, we would all be thin and rich, right? Because the information is out there, but we need somehow to be able to do it. So if doing it your way means that you will do it, then go for it. Anything you do is gonna be better than not doing anything at all, right? So that's my tip for you. Just go ahead and do it your way. If you want to follow my way, fine. My way, I'm trying to keep it as rule-free and as simple as possible. And I hope that by sharing my journey as I go, I can inspire you and help you to see that it's not as hard as you may think it is, or not as extreme as you may think it is. I mean, I even thought it was kind of like scary and crazy at first, but I've been through it now, and now it's like, it's not. It's totally doable. Anybody can do this. Anybody can feel better than you are right now. Anybody can. So That's what I have to say about that. So I hope you will join me on my journey. If you want to join my Joy to Your Health group, just say yes in the comments below that you want to join it. I'll add you to it so you can follow some of my story. And I will be on a road trip coming up. It's gonna be kind of exciting because I'm starting this raw thing on a road trip. I mean, timing, right? So it's never gonna be perfect timing either. Remember that, it's never the perfect time. I've done this eating challenge this whole summer through every kind of crazy situation going on. And I still can do it. So don't wait for the perfect time. But my dogs, my two oldest boys, I'm gonna say Larkin, he's my youngest. Nicholas and Ian are the first two Gordon setters to be eligible for the nationals for barn hunting. And so we have to go and represent. I'm super excited about it. And actually in my barn hunting group here in Las Vegas, we're actually the first two are able to go as well. So it's a bit of a drive. Texas, it is, I think I was 18 hours on the map. It said I have to drive, so be interesting. But I'm gonna keep you posted on my adventures that way. Adventures traveling with two dogs who are eating raw. This is my first traveling with the dogs that are eating raw, and then also me now. I'm gonna be eating the same as my dogs, raw, but plant-based, not carnivore-based. So I will be sharing that journey as I go as well. So gonna be lots of updates, hopefully, if I can keep some Wi-Fi connection, have good data. I know there's some dead zones as I go out there, so but stay tuned for all of that. And I've got my puppies wanting my attention. So sorry for that distraction. If you hear the heavy breathing and the tail's wagging and the groan, and then there's a little Larkin right there. So I need to sign off and let you go. But real quick, I will tell you the random tip for the week is these make great cricket defense. So my garden's been eaten. I can't get my seeds to sprout and grow because the crickets have been decimating them every single night. I wake up and the seedlings are gone. I'm like, what the heck? Figured it out, it's the crickets. And I've put out some diatomaceous earth too, but it's hard because the ground is so wet and the veggies always have to be wet. So I've been putting that everywhere. But this is my 4th night in a row. I need to go out and do this as well real quick too. I'm using every little kind of container that I can find, but these work great. So every night, there's not dirt in here, you just put it over your seedling. And you can put a rock on top of it if it's too light. So would you hush? Would you hush? So that's my random tip for you. If your seedlings aren't surviving through the crickets, if you have an infestation like I do, use every kind of can, jar, glass, dish. I've even got some plates. I've got some covers going out, everything. And I am saving the seedlings. And oh, Bree, oh, hey, hello, glad you're here. You wouldn't believe all the seedlings that are sprouting now. I replanted a couple days ago and they're sprouting so quickly, and because I have eagle eyes on my garden now, I'm like watching it all day. I keep going out and checking on it. I'm seeing them whenever they pop up, so I'm like, okay, there's another one. I got my eye on you, so I watch it, and then at night, of course, I make sure. So every day now, I'm increasing the number of these, so I'm having to save every can, every plastic container, everything, so that I can start putting them out there. So that's my tip for you. Protect your seedlings from the bugs without putting harsh chemicals on your garden and without poisoning the critters either. So hopefully we can maintain this uneasy truce for a little while and we'll see how it goes. So, but that was this week's episode of Voice of Joy, and I hope you guys are excited for me as I am to be doing it. Well, you probably can't be as excited as me, but I hope that you're excited to follow my journey, and if you want to join me on it too, I would love to support you in every which way that you want to be healthier. It doesn't have to be my way, and I sure hope it's not necessarily my way. I hope it's your way. Do what works, right for you, but just come be around some happier, supportive people on it, and we can all support each other to make better choices for ourselves. So that's what I got for tonight. So next week, I will be reporting to you live from somewhere on the road, either in Texas or New Mexico. Not sure where I'll be, but Sunday at 7. Have to decide, should I do it Sunday at 7 Pacific time or should I do it Central time where I'll be? Should probably keep it at Pacific time, huh? So time doesn't change for everybody else. I'll have to play it by a little bit by ear, see where I am, make sure that I have good Wi-Fi at the time and I can take a break with the dogs sleeping or something. So, but that's all she wrote for today. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Voice of Joy, and you will be seeing lots more of me as I go with my raw journey, 30 days to being raw, and we'll see where it goes. And next week, who knows what the topic will be. I'm sure it'll be related to my trip, my food, my dogs, and the travels, the joy of traveling on the road and seeing part of our amazing countryside. So I look forward to sharing that with you, and I hope you'll join me. So good night. This is Tiffany Almazan signing off from the Voice of Joy. Until next week, have a great day and make lots of happy choices. Bye.